Morning everybody. Welcome to our third video in our series on the basic tutorial how to use Gimp, how to edit your images, how to add to your images. Yes, so in the first two videos we showed you firstly how to change the colors. In the second video we actually showed you how to copy and paste and how to crop and paste from one image onto another. Okay, so for this video I've actually gone back to my basic screen. It's going to be showing you how to copy and paste, and then to adjust the size, to rotate the images, things like that. Okay, guys, if you have watched the other series and you are enjoying it, or if this is your first one, you can go back to watching the first and the second videos, and please consider liking and subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Okay, so for this video we're going to go back to our wall, and we're going to use a few extra features in the tools. Okay, so what we want to do is I'm going to show you just how to distort a few things that we are using here. Okay, so let's go back to our previous video. We've got the wall. We've now painted the wall how we want it. So in this video we're actually going to first crop and paste it. Okay, let's say I just want this section here. We're going to crop and paste it. So you use the crop tool. Okay, you click on it so it only selects that area. You edit, copy, edit, paste. Okay, so that's how we get our wall onto our picture. Okay, now we want to move it to where we want it. Okay, so you're going to go to Tools, Transform, Scale. So let's go there. So that's where I want my wall. Okay, I can deselect it. Now remember, as I said in the previous video, Gimp uses layers. You can see here we got our base layer, and then we got this one on top. It sits on top. Okay, so before we merge it to our base layer, let's say I want to change the size of this. I want to make it bigger. Okay, we can go to Tools, Transform, Scale. We can make it bigger. Okay, and if you want it to be the size, whatever it is that you are trying to adjust, you deselect it, you go to the anchor section, you right click, and you anchor it onto your background. Okay, so that is, I'm just going to go back, I'm going to undo this. Okay, Tools, Transform, Scale. So this is how you will change the size of whatever it is that you want on your new picture. Okay, that's to change the size, or if you know the size, you can just add it in here and you just click readjust or scale, and it will put it how you want it. Okay, so let's say I want my stones or my wall to be over there. I want it to be this size. Okay, you deselect it. Now remember, this is a new layer sitting on above our base layer, so we have to right click and we have to anchor it to our base layer. Okay, so that is how you adjust the size. Okay, so let's go back to our layer. Let's say I want to change a few other things. Okay, let's say I want to rotate the image. You go back to our base layer that I want, I copy it, I put it back over here, paste. Okay, let's say I want to put it at 45 degrees. Okay, so we've got our new layer. You go to Tools, Transform, Scale. So you move it to roughly where you want it. You can change the size, or you can change it there and just hit Scale and it'll put it in. Okay, so that's roughly where I want it. Okay, so now let's say I want to rotate this so that it's not sitting flat. Again, you go to Tools, Transform, Rotate. Now you can rotate it however you want it. Okay. Okay, let's say I want it at that angle. Okay, then you go back to Tools, Transform, Scale. Now I want to move it to there. But it's not quite right. I actually want to rotate it a little bit more. So we go to Tools, Transform, Rotate. Let's say I want it more like that. Okay. Then we've got to put it back into position. So we go Tools, Transform, Scale. There, that's better. Now, for us to anchor it onto the image, we need to deselect it here. So we deselect it. Again, it's a layer above the base layer. Okay, right click, anchor. Okay, so that is how you would rotate your images. That is how you would scale it. You would adjust the size how you want it. You adjust the rotation. You would put it where you want to go. Okay, so that is how you would do that. It's actually very easy. And then obviously tools, transform tools. Okay, you can rotate. But now remember, I've now added this. So let's say it's not quite how I want it. I've made a mistake. So you can go back and change it. Edit, undo anchor. Okay, tools, transform, scale. I want it to be more up. That's how you would get it right. Okay, then you would deselect it. Remember, it's an anchor. It's a layer above the base layer, so you need to anchor it to the base layer, like that. So that is how you would do it. Now, if you want to change the colors, you can go back and let's say I want the mahogany. Remember, like in the first video, I'm just going to explain this just in case you haven't watched the first video. You use the color pick tool. Choose mahogany, it changes the color. You would go back, and then that is the bucket fill. You would change that to mahogany. Okay, let's say I want candy apple. Use the color pick tool, candy apple. Go back, and you can change it to the candy apple. Okay, so that is how you would change your image, how you would change it. Okay guys, I'm going to go a little bit more detail now. This is just the very basics. Okay, if you are still watching, please consider liking and subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.